Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Everybody checking in on the market. So SPY bulls finally showed up today in a big way. They needed a catalyst and they got it in terms of more talks about the China deal. Pretty much that's what the short-term bulls are relying on. A deal with China would certainly be a reason for the bulls to look back towards the recent all-time highs and try and recover from this bounce more significantly. So those are definitely headlines to be looking out for, but keep in mind that those headlines can be played around with, where, you don't really need a whole lot to talk about rumors. The headline today was, China and the U.S. in talks, then G20 summit, maybe there'll be a deal. And then it comes out that we're still going forward with the 25% tariffs in January, and the price pulled back sharply in response to that. So it's a bit of a game, as it always is, in response to these headlines back and forth. But it's clear to us that that is what the market is responding to in the short term right now. And it's clear that that's what the bulls are looking for as a catalyst for recovery. So what it has given us is a high volume, higher low. And I'm not confident just yet that this is our daily higher low, but it certainly looks like it at this point with the size of the green candlestick. We do need to break this daily lower high pattern. Lower high is now 5 days in a row. If the bulls can break 273.54 tomorrow, we will say our daily higher low is 267.01, and we will look for this range to continue to tighten as we head towards the end of November. We will look for a lower high to form compared to 281.22, and in my opinion, the only way we're going to see this bull move follow through and get over that 281 resistance zone is if we do get a deal with China and the U.S. in these trade talks. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for a lower high to form somewhere in the mid to upper 270s, and then a pullback and a higher low and a continued tightening range into next week, perhaps even through next week. Checking the weekly time frame for SPY, this is potentially our higher low. So now we have our low of the dump, high of the bounce, and now we're looking for our higher low. And the question is, can the bulls see a continued follow-through move and recover back towards that all-time high by breaking that 281 zone? Looking at the hourly time frame, let's see where we ended after hours. So an attempt at an hourly bull flag. We had brief consolidation. The bulls showed up in a response to that news. We broke the hourly lower highs, and now we need the higher low and higher high follow through. Getting over 275.33 would be a good sign for the bulls due to the lack of resistance immediately after that level. After 275.33, there's about a 1% plus move to be looking up at 278.83. IWM, daily higher low forming with the close up at the high. Same thing, 5 daily lower highs in a row. Need to break that pattern tomorrow. But the bulls are hoping that the higher low on the daily is set at 148.13, and we'll look for a lower high compared to 157.90. Same thing with the weekly higher low off the 100-week moving average as the range tightens. QQQ, same thing. Pretty much everything the same. We're looking for a break of 168.54 for the daily higher low to be clear at 163.46, and then we'll look for a lower high compared to 175.58. Weekly time frame, higher low established with the nice long lower wick, and we'll take it from there as to looking for a break of this range sometime in the next 2 weeks. XLF, daily higher low established, significant recovery here, and again, we still need a little bit more follow through after 5 lower highs in a row, but we're looking for 26.03 to be the new higher low, and key resistance is 27.52, and we had much less pullback on this daily time frame, so let's see if the bulls can see continuation to a higher high. If anybody has a chance to get to that higher high without a tightening range and a lower high, it will be the XLF bulls, so we'll see if they get followed through towards that resistance level. Weekly higher low looking to form. VIX, big upper wick. VIX needs a higher low on the daily. This move came from the low of consolidation, didn't establish a higher low on the way up, so the bulls of VIX are going to be looking for a higher low compared to 16.09, and the weekly time frame is going to tighten here as well. So all in all, need another follow-through day for the bulls tomorrow to be convinced that our higher lows have been established across the board, and then we're going to be looking again for most likely to see lower highs in next week to see this range continue to tighten, and then we'll look for a break of these tightening ranges to give us some nice clarity in terms of the short-term direction, because on this weekly time frame, if we break bullish, again, we're looking right back to the all-time high, like this dump never even happened, and if we break bearish, we're going to be looking down at the dump low of October and the dump low of February. Appreciate you watching. Every day we'll get more information and be able to shift the odds in terms of what is the most likely scenario to happen going forward. A lot of people asking about long-term portfolios, their parents' retirement funds, and how this bounce and tightening equilibrium plays out is going to give us a lot of information in terms of how we are heading into 2019 and which direction that momentum is going. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.